Hey friends, so I am going to show you really quickly if you are not familiar with how to go from start to finish if you purchase these designs from Monogram Moments, how to add a name or customize them in some way to use them for acrylic blanks, for t-shirts, for printing for sublimation, for DTF, whatever you may want to use them for. And if you are familiar with this, you do not need to watch this video. This is just if you have never really customized or added something like a name to a design that you are purchasing. I am going to do this in Canva. There are free versions of Canva. I'm sure you can apply this concept to other programs if you have it, but we're just going to do it as quickly as possible. So I have the sports bow bundle and the glitter bundle. I'm just going to do one of each. I've already downloaded these files, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of those. I am going to go into here and we are going to do a 12 by 12 new design. And first I'm going to design it like if I were doing a t-shirt, okay? We're going to do a glitter bow. A lot of people earlier asked about doing them for cheer, and I was like, you guys, this could be so cute for cheer, any of these glitter ones. So you can see I was already searching this earlier. I searched cheer. Some of these may be premium ones if you don't have a subscription to Canva, but you may be able to find other just little clip art or places that you may like. So I'm going to use this little cheer thing over here. I'm going to use this little cheerleader and I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to say that our team is called the Red Devils. Okay. So I am going to go in and add a text box over top of this. And I am going to say the Red Devils. We're going to enlarge that a little bit. And then the hardest part for me personally is just picking a font for anything because I cannot make up my mind to save my life. But I am not going to obsess about that. You can mess around, pick your favorite fonts, do all those things. Obviously, this is blending in, so you're going to want to make it pop. I just go into effects. I'm going to outline it, and then you can pick whatever color you want. You could do it in white. You could pick a different color. You could do it darker, lighter. You wouldn't want to do black, obviously, unless you were going to go in and maybe change this color to match the red if you wanted it to be more subtle, if you wanted to make it pop with the white, however you want to do it, okay? So you can customize your colors. That's your jam, but that's just an idea. If you wanted to add a name, you could add whatever you wanted. Now, say you want to do this for a shirt and you want to personalize them for a team of girls. You could go ahead and copy this and say we'll just say Sarah. So I'm going to change this to be a different color. And again, you don't even have to do this with the outline. You can do no outline, just the name. You can shrink it down. You could put it on the outside here. You could put it in one of the tails. If you have a longer name or just a shorter name, but you want to just add a little something to it, you can curve it around the edge of the bow. Don't do that. I just grabbed the wrong thing. But you can use that little curve feature to put it in there. We'll do a longer name. We'll say Ava Jane because why not? And now I want to kind of change that curve a little bit because it's a little bit too much. But you can totally just customize these however you want and then go ahead, print them out for a shirt. If you were doing it, you could download. Obviously, this doesn't have a background. I didn't set a background, but for instance, say you want to use these for DTF prints, okay? First, I'm going to go ahead and change this because I want it to be black. I have a preference. I want to reverse that around, okay? I want it to be more black than white. We'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to save this now. I'm going to download it with a transparent background. If I'm going to use this for my DTF print, I'm going to go ahead and increase the size of the file. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And save it on down. Now, I'm going to remove this name. So say I wanted to also use this for keychains. I want to make keychains for all the moms that just say Red Devils Cheer. I'm going to take the name off because obviously the name wouldn't show if you printed this for that. And you could tell it takes a little bit longer to download for these when you go ahead and make it a larger file. But We'll go ahead and delete that. Now I'm going to save it without that as well because I want to have it without. Now in my uploads, I'm going to go ahead and pull in that one, and I'm going to go ahead and pull in this new one as well. Now, really quickly, if you wanted to print this for sublimation, obviously you could just print it for sublimation right from here, save your file, print it. If you wanted to use it for the DTF prints, you could go in, sorry, my child is calling me. You can go in here, create the game sheet. You can upload, and we will upload the, now I gotta find it, the most recent one. Let's see, Red Devils, we'll do this one. And then we'll say, upload that one. Let's see how high our DPI came in. It still said low DPI. Oh, I didn't save that one as the higher DPI. I saved the first one as the higher DPI. Okay, well, you get the idea. So 1 second here. Let me see if I can. Let's make sure he's not having a little emergency. You know, still have to be a mom here. Okay, 1 second, guys. So I'm gonna go in and let's see. All right. Okay, was not an emergency. We'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna do 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Okay, we need to make sure it's for everybody. And we are going to duplicate. Oh, do we need to do that? We'll go ahead and generate the game sheet. If we wanted to make little ones for maybe makeup bags or something that we wanted to customize, we'll go ahead and make some little ones and put them down the sides. Use our sheet up. We could use these for who knows what, you know, if you are a cheer mom or just a sports mom or just a mom in general, you will find a way to put their teams and their logos on all of the things. So, all right, you could totally fill in the sheet. That's just an example. You have the transparent background, you customized your bow or whatever you're doing, you can pull it in. You can do this for any of the sports. So this is just one idea. Now I'm going to go back on how you would print these for the acrylic blanks. So we have 3 different sizes. We have a bag tag that's 3 inches wide, a keychain that is 1.5 inches wide, and earrings that are 1 inches wide. We're doing them in the cast acrylic, which has the white backing that shows through the clear, as well as white double-sided that is kind of more of a matte finish. It's a little bit thinner, and you can sublimate on both sides of those. So we'll go back, and now I'm going to show you how I would take this one, for instance, and make it into one of those designs. So I'll go in and create a design and say I'm doing paper that is 8.5 by 11. We'll create that. And I'm going to go into my uploads, and I have my little red devils here. I'm going to go into this position, and this works because I saved it with the exact width of the previous design. So you can see like box to box, tail to tail, it's right there. I'm going to lock this, and then I'm going to make this 3. 3 inches is what it's going to be to make the bag tag. And then I'm going to copy this, and I want to make keychains. So I'm going to do 1.5 inches, and then I want to make some earring sets, and I'm going to make these 1 inch. The easiest way, I don't want to sit here and try to drag and figure it out exactly, so I'm just going to use my little position tool to make sure they're exact. If you're using the white cast acrylic, you don't want to reverse your image because you are sublimating on the back and it's showing through. If you're using the white double-sided acrylic, you will want to go ahead and reverse your image and do it just like you would normal sublimation. If you're doing it for the DTF prints, do not reverse your image. If you're unsure, just ask. But yeah, so that is basically just how you could quickly customize, add a name, add a team, add a number, whatever you may want, get creative. And yeah, hopefully somebody learned something new and that was useful for some of you. And let me know if there's something else you want me to show you how to do.